Famed American rapper Future has earned himself a nice $40 million fortune from his work as a rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer. Future has fans around the world and is known for his work in the rap game. So stay tuned and don't go away as we take a closer look at Future's rich lifestyle and how he spends his millions. First up, does Future own any fly rides? You bet. To say that Future has exquisite taste in cars would be an understatement. Future's car collection is enough to make every Jay Leno envious. Future owns a Rolls-Royce Ghost valued at $300,000, a Lamborghini Aventador worth $400,000, a stylish-looking Bentley Bentayga with a price tag of $230,000, and because one Bentley isn't enough, he has two more: a Bentley Continental GT worth $200,000 and a Bentley Flying Spur valued at $190,000. And no luxury car collection is complete without a Mercedes Maybach, which costs $170,000. But out of all the cars in Future's dazzling collection, his favorite of them all is actually the least expensive one on the list. Future's favorite ride is his Porsche 911 Turbo S, which is valued at $160,000. From September 2017 and September 2018, Future was ranked among the world's top 10 rappers, a tremendous honor for those earning a living in the rap game. Future took advantage of the publicity he gained during his first world tour and added big value to his personal and professional brand. He currently earns between $100,000 and $150,000 every time he takes the stage. Back in 2016, Future partnered with famed Canadian rapper Drake for the Summer 16 tour. Thankfully, the tour turned out to be a massive success, and both rappers generated $84.3 million from the tour alone. Next up, what are Future's additional revenue streams? Let's take a look. Future also makes money from YouTube. His channel has over 11 million subscribers, and to date, it's made him approximately $1 million. He's earned millions from multiple apps, including Spotify, and has had his songs streamed billions of times. Today, Future would likely have a lot more money. However, in recent years, he's been plagued by lawsuits. He has at least 8 children with different women, and the latest addition to his baby mamas is Eliza Seraphim, who gave birth to Eliza Reign in April of 2019. Eliza Reign is Future's 8th child, and in August of 2019, Eliza filed a paternity suit against him, demanding child support for bills she paid during her pregnancy. In an Instagram post, Seraphim said, "I tried so many times to make things work with him for the sake of little mama. I didn't want to get the court involved. I've never been into that." In May of 2020, DNA test results confirmed that Future was indeed the biological father of Seraphim's child. And back in 2013, Future and Ciara were engaged to be married, but Future cheated on her and the relationship dissolved. Ciara sued Future for defamation and slander after reading some of his social media posts about their relationship. But 3 years later, a judge ruled that Future's flurry of tweets bashing Ciara was in no way worth the $15 million she was seeking. Ciara ultimately dropped the lawsuit as her career started to see renewed success. Up next, what does Dirty Sprite mean, and why is Future obsessed with it? Let's find out. Dirty Sprite, aka lean or purple drink, is essentially a drug-infused cocktail that contains cough syrup and other ingredients. Despite the potentially harmful side effects, Future is a big fan of the stuff, so much so that he even named his first LP Dirty Sprite and third studio album Dirty Sprite. I've gotta say, if I were offered a Dirty Sprite, I'd have to respectfully decline, but to each his own. No judgment here. Rumors are also swirling that Future wrote Beyoncé's hit track Drunk in Love. Future isn't credited for the song, however, he was responsible for most of the melody. Future initially recorded the song for his album titled Honest, but his plans changed after Beyoncé became interested in the song. Future then used the melody he created for his track Good Morning. As we know all too often in the rap game, there are instances of gun violence, and long before Future became a rapper, he was shot in the hand. In an interview, Future once said, "When I was around 14 or 15, I got into the streets heavy, and I got shot in my right hand. When I got shot, I stopped playing basketball and went harder hustling." Stay tuned and don't go away, because we're revealing everything you need to know about Future. Next up, did Future inspire Drake's 2013 hit titled Started from the Bottom? You're about to find out. Future did indeed inspire Drake's 2013 hit, Started from the Bottom. Future said, "When Drake made the record, he was in a studio session with me, and I always told my engineer, started from the bottom." Over the past few years, Future's music has shifted and evolved to more of a trap-sounding style of rap. He's known for creating several trap anthems starting back in 2000 2012 with his debut album, Pluto. Since then, Future has been nominated for 4 Grammys and has become one of the most prolific rappers of all time. Similar to Young Thug, today, Future's goal is to do as many collaborations with as many top-level artists as humbly possible. In addition to his solo work, he's released collaborative albums with Drake, Kanye West, Juice WRLD, and Lil Uzi Vert. His collaborations are super successful because he chooses to collaborate with artists that are relevant and have a style and sound that will mesh nicely with his own. But Future's hit track from 2020, High Off Life, is proof that the rapper doesn't need to collaborate to survive. In High Off Life, Future spits fire all by himself, and the track shows just how powerful his voice can be when he's on his own. Another thing that's made Future so successful is that he's very strategic in what he does. Up next, what sort of influence does Future have on his listeners? Let's have a look. While Future's lyrics have played a big role in taking his career to the next level, his rising popularity comes from the beats that bring attention to the raps themselves, and this is why he has a strong influence over his listeners. Some of his rap lyrics are definitely controversial and, as some would argue, misogynistic, kind of like Future's fellow rapper Marshall Mathers, aka Eminem, who's made a career out of highly controversial lyrics, drawing the ire of LGBTQ and Thought It Was a Drought from the DS2 album. On the track, Future raps, "I just effed up your B in some Gucci flip-flops." Rap music in general has continuously pushed some dangerous narratives surrounding women and members of the LGBTQ community, which can be a profound impact on young listeners, particularly men. It's imperative that these young listeners be able to realize and rationalize that what they're hearing is art, designed purely for entertainment purposes, and is not meant to incite or encourage abusive behavior toward women or other minorities. Back in the day, the LGBTQ community was furious with Eminem and tried hard to have him canceled. Offended and angered, listeners essentially tried to destroy Eminem's career and silence him forever. In order to appease the angry crowds, Eminem performed with Elton John as a show of solidarity with the LGBTQ community, to prove once for all that he did not hate or dislike homosexuals, and that his rap music was simply art and a reflection of the community in which he grew up in. Eminem and Elton famously held hands on stage after their performance together in a very public display of love and solidarity. It's crucial that young rap fans, men in particular, learn to understand that what they are hearing is simply art and not a public endorsement for vile behavior or hatred toward minority groups. Finally, does Future really have his mail sent to a strip club? Future has an ongoing love affair with a famous strip club called Magic City, and he's been going there for years. He's rapped about Magic City several times, and on Saturday, June 11th, the Magic City's official Instagram page posted a photo of a piece of mail they received from Florida that was addressed to Future. Magic City captioned the image with words, "At Future, come pick up your mail, Mr. Owner." We don't know what exactly was inside the envelope, but Future receiving mail at the club suggests he's now the proud owner of the popular adult hangouts. It's no secret that Future has a penchant for strip clubs. In April of 2022, Future, The Weeknd, and Drake went to a strip club in Las Vegas and made it rain. And when we say made it rain, we're not talking about a light drizzle, but a torrential downpour of cash. One 24-year-old dancer, we'll call Julia, said the trio walked into the club, handpicked a selection of girls, and immediately headed into a private room. By the end of the night, Julia had a stack of $13,000 in her hands. That's a wrap for today's video. Thanks for watching!